Good day to all my dear students. In last video we have completed up to exercise 5D. I hope you all understand. Now today I am going to start exercise 5E. Here there are quadratic equations in which we have to word problem type of question. We have to understand the question nicely and then we have to solve it. Now I am taking question number 1. The sum of the squares of two consecutive positive even integers is 100. Find the integers. So, whenever this type of question, first you have to think of two consecutive positive integers, even integers. Okay. So, here I take let two consecutive positive even integers are 2n, 2n plus 2. Always student, you have to take in a multiple of 2 because it is even integers. And you have to add 2 to it, then you get the next consecutive positive even integer. Now it is written that sum of the squares of this consecutive positive even integers. Sum means addition and squares of them means 2n square plus 2n plus 2 whole square is equal to 100. Now we are squaring it, 4n square plus, that is 2n plus 2 whole square means it is a plus b whole square type of identity. We have to open the bracket accordingly. So 4n square plus 8n plus 4 is equal to 100. Now adding the like terms, I get 8n square plus 8n plus 4 minus 100 is equal to 0. Now 8n square plus 8n minus 96 is equal to 0. Now you have to check this thing here. The last equation we get, is it a whole multiple of 8? Yes. So we can take 8 in common. So write 8 in the bracket n square plus n minus 12 is equal to 0. Now next step, this 8 will go in the right side denominator of 0, and we all know that 0 divided by any number we have 0 only. So the left side I remain with n square plus n minus 12 is equal to 0. Now students, you have to factorize this. We have already learned factor method of solving quadratic equation. So now n square plus n minus 12 is equal to 0 is our standard form of quadratic equation, and we have to think of factorization means 12. 12's factor we have to think to get plus n as a middle term, so that n square plus 4n minus 3n minus 12 is equal to 0. Here I took plus 4 minus 3 to get my middle term here. So now in the next step we have to find factors, as from the first two term we will take common and from the other two term we will take common. See, I have underlined already with the pen. Now n plus 4 minus 3 n plus 4 is equal to 0. So first bracket n minus 3, second n plus 4 is equal to 0. So n minus 3 is equal to 0 or n plus 4 is equal to 0. So I get n is equal to 3 and n is equal to minus 4. See, here we get two roots, but we have to choose any one, as here it is given consecutive positive even integer. So minus 4 is a negative number, it is not a positive number, so we will reject it and I will take my root as n is equal to 3. And then we will substitute in our supposition. What we have supposed that let the two consecutive positive integers be 2n and 2n plus 2. So I will substitute this 3 value in that. So I get 2n is equal to 2 3s are 6 and 2n plus 2 is equal to 8. Means my two consecutive positive even integers are 6 and 8. Here we completed our number 1. Now similarly you can solve question number 2 and 3. Now we are taking question number 4. The sum of the numerator and denominator of a certain fraction is 8. If 2 is added to the numerator and to the denominator, the value of the fraction is increased by 4 by 35. Find the fraction. Okay, now so we will read one line and start our solution. Here we have to take numerator and denominator. So I have chosen my numerator as x, and it is written that sum of the numerator and denominator is 8. So I take denominator as 8 minus x. So now you can take the sum and check whether our sum of numerator and denominator will be 8 or not. Yes, it will be 8, as x plus 8 minus x. So x cancel and I get 8. So it is correct. Now I write my fraction as x upon 8 minus x. Now it is written if 2 is added to the numerator and denominator. So you can see on the left side of the equation x plus 2 upon 8 minus x plus 2 means the fraction which we have chosen, we are adding 2 to its numerator and denominator. The value of the fraction is increased by 4 by 35 means is equal to original fraction is increased means plus 4 by 35. Okay, so this is our equation. Now we will simplify our left hand side, that is x plus 2 upon 10 minus x is equal to x upon 8 minus x plus 4 by 35. Now you have to check that we have to make it linear. So we will take LCM to solve it. Now I have taken first fraction 35 upon 35, 8 minus x we have to multiply with, and then second 35, 10 minus x, and next is 8 minus x, 10 minus x. Students, in this type of question you have to take so much care, and also patience is needed here. You have to solve it very carefully. Okay, now we are multiplying these brackets upside in the with numerator. So I wrote 35 x plus 2, 8 minus x is equal to 35 x, 10 minus x plus 4, 8 minus x, 10 minus x. So denominator we do not write here. Why? Because all together we have taken LCM. And next step we will simplify the brackets like binomials multiplication of the brackets. 35, then in the bracket 8x minus x square plus 16 minus 2x is equal to right hand side 350x minus 35x square plus 4, again binomial, that is 80 minus 8x minus 10x plus x square. Now left hand side brackets like terms we have to simplify and write minus x square plus 6x plus 16 is equal to, here also I am opening the bracket and writing my terms, that is 350x minus 35x square plus 8 4s are 32 means 320 minus c 10 and 8 18 4s are minus 72x plus 4x square. Then next step I multiply left side with 35, so I get minus 35x square plus 210x plus 560 is equal to right hand side with I have solved, taken like terms together, minus 31x square plus 278x plus 320. Still we need to take them all on one side. You see, now I will take my right hand side on the left hand side. So minus 35x square plus 31x square become minus 4x square. Then 210x minus 7 and 278x, and then 560 minus 320, that I get minus 4x square minus 68x plus 240 is equal to 0. Still you have to check whether can you take anything common in three of them. Yes, minus 4 I can take common. So in the bracket I get x square plus 17x minus 60 is equal to 0. You see, accordingly if you take minus 4 common, you have to change the sign in the bracket. Then where this minus 4 go, it will go in the denominator of 0, and 0 in the denominator any number we get 0 on the right side, and x square plus 17x minus 60 is equal to 0. Now this is our standard form of quadratic equation finally we get, and then we have to take the factors like 60's factors are 23's are, and to get my middle term I use it as x square plus 20x minus 3x minus 60 is equal to 0. Now you know the method that from first two terms you will take common, and from second two terms also you have to take the common. You can also make underline like this in your solution to get it very clear. So in the next step, x plus 20 minus 3 x plus 20 is equal to 0. X minus 3 x plus 20 is equal to 0. So x minus 3 is equal to 0 or x plus 20 is equal to 0. So I get x is equal to 3 and x is equal to minus 20. Now again here we get two roots, students. So we have to take only the positive one. Why? Because here numerator and denominator it cannot be minus 20. So I wrote my numerator, that what I have supposed numerator as x. So numerator I get value 3. Now we find our denominator. You see, denominator is, we have taken 8 minus x. So I write 8 minus 3, that is 5. So now I write our fraction is equal to numerator upon denominator, that is 3 by 5. Our final answer, we have to find a fraction, that is 3 by 5, and we have completed number 4 here. Okay students, now few easy questions. I will not solve whole, I will only give the equation to you. So now question number 5, there are three consecutive integers such that the square of the first increased by the product of the other two gives 154. Find the integers. So here they ask three consecutive integers. So I take let three consecutive integers be n plus 1, n plus 2. Why? Because consecutive means 1, 2, 3, like that, next to next. Okay, so first is n, so 1 is added to the second and the 1 is added to the next, we get the consecutive integers. Now next line is that if the square of the first means n square is increased by the product of the other two means n plus 1 and n plus 2, their product means multiplication and increase means plus sign in between them is 154. So is equal to 154. So here you can understand question number 5. Here n square plus n plus 1 into n plus 2 is equal to 154. Now in the next step you can open the brackets like binomials multiplication n plus 1 n plus 2 and take the like terms addition, and then you get your standard form. Okay, and then you solve according to our factor method. So you get your answer, student. Now I am explaining question number 6. The sum of two numbers is 8 and 15 times the sum of their reciprocals is also 8. Find the numbers. So let two numbers be x and 8 minus x. Why x and 8 minus x? Because it is written the sum of the two numbers is 8. Now you just check here, x plus 8 minus x. So x get cancelled, we get 8, means the sum of our numbers is 8, means correct. Okay, now next line, and 15 times the sum of their reciprocals, means their reciprocal means 1 by x and 1 upon 8 minus x, and sum of them. So 1 by x plus 1 upon 8 minus x and 15 times means multiplied by 15 is also 8. So is equal to 8. Okay, now how to solve it? You can see that 15 I have taken on the right side in a cross way in denominator. So I get 1 by x plus 1 upon 8 minus x is equal to 8 by 15. Now how do you solve the next? You have to take LCM, as x is there, no, so there you have to write 15, 8 minus x you will multiply by, then 8 minus x you will multiply by 15x, and on the right side you will multiply by x and 8 minus x, and then you have to simplify it and get our standard form of equation and then solve it by factor method. Now let us move on to next question, that is question number 7. Okay, now here a two-digit number is such that the product of its digits is 12. When 36 is added to this number, the digits interchange their places. Find the number. Okay, this is our question number 7. Now here the first line two-digit number. Okay, so let a two-digit number is equal to xy and the product of its digits is 12. Okay, means xy, the product of the digits is equal to, means xy is equal to 12. Now you students, already we have studied this type of questions in 8th standard and 9th standard, but again I am explaining you that number originally if you write in an expanded manner, then you can write the number as tan x plus y. Why? Because x is in a tens place and y is in a unit place. So 10x plus y the number is, and the product of their numbers is digits is xy is equal to 12. Now from this we get our y value. So that I have written y is equal to 12 by x. Now read on the next question is that when 36 is added to this number, the digits interchange their places. Okay, so whenever in the original number, our original number is 10x plus y, we add 36, its digits interchange the place, means instead of x, y. So it become 10y is plus x, means our original number become yx. So it can be written as 10y plus x on the right side. Now we take right side to left side. Okay, means 10x minus x plus y minus 10y. I wrote like terms together, and 36 I took on the right side become minus 36. Then 10x minus x, 9x, y minus 10y minus 9y is equal to minus 36. 9 we take common and write x minus y is equal to minus 36. Now x minus y is equal to that 9 we write in the denominator of minus 36 become minus 4. Now this is our equation x minus y is equal to minus 4. In this equation we place the value of y to get our next quadratic equation. So as you can see now that x minus 12 by x is equal to minus 4. Now take LCM. So there is nothing in the denominator, we can write 1. So x with a 1, then you can check how LCM is written. Then multiply it in the numerator, get x square minus 12 is equal to minus 4x. Minus 4x taking on the left side become plus 4x. X square plus 4x minus 12 is equal to 0. This is our standard form of quadratic equation. Now take factors of 12 to get our middle term 4. And our factors are 6 and 2. So I write x square plus 6x minus 2x minus 12 is equal to 0. Now as you know, from the first two terms we will take common and the other two term we will take common. So I get x plus 6 minus 2 x plus 6 is equal to 0. So x minus 2 is equal to 0, x plus 6 is equal to 0. So I get value x is equal to 2 and x is equal to minus 6. So again we are rejecting our value minus 6. Why? Because a two-digit number, it is not a negative. So the value x cannot be negative. And y is equal to 12 by x. So y is equal to 12 by 2. It means value of y is equal to 6. So I get our both the digits of a number x and y, x as 2 and y as 6. So we can write our number xy is equal to 26. Okay, now moving to next, I am taking question number 9, that a two-digit number is, that is not 9. Our number 9 is three consecutive numbers are such that the square of the middle number exceeds the difference of the squares of the other two by 60. Assume the middle number to be x and form a quadratic equation satisfying the above statement. Hence find the three numbers. Okay, now understand with one line. The three consecutive numbers are such that Okay, and it is written that take the middle number to be x. So I write let the three consecutive numbers be x minus 1, x and x plus 1. Why? So if middle term is x, so the consecutive will be 1 less, so that x minus 1, and the next consecutive will be 1 more, so x plus 1. Okay, then the second line is that the such that the square of the middle number means x square, exceeds means it is more than. Okay, so minus the difference of the squares of other two. So difference of the other two and square of the difference of the other two means x plus 1 square minus x minus 1 square by 60 means is equal to 60. Now the next step, x square minus, in the bracket we have to take a plus b whole square and a minus b whole square type of expansion. So I write x square plus 2x plus 1 minus x square plus 2x minus 1. Why? Because I take outside minus in the bracket already and then change the sign. Now x square plus and minus get cut and plus 1 minus 1 also cut. So I get x square minus 2x plus 2x become 4x is equal to 60. And then next step, 60 we take on the left side become minus 60. So we have standard equation form is x square minus 4x minus 60 is equal to 0. Now taking factors of 60, that is 10 6 to get minus 4. So x square minus 10x plus 6x minus 60 is equal to 0. From first two terms, x common, x minus 10 plus other two terms 6 common, x minus 10 is equal to 0. So we have two brackets, x plus 6, x minus 10 is equal to 0. Now x plus 6 is equal to 0 or x minus 10 is equal to 0. So we have two roots here, x is equal to minus 6 and x is equal to 10. Okay, now you can see we have two roots here, x is equal to minus 6 and x equal to 10. Again rejecting the negative root. Why? Because here we are given consecutive numbers, they are positive, not it is specifically given minus. So we take x is equal to 10. So we have to find x minus 1 is equal to 10 minus 1 9 and x plus 1 is equal to 10 plus 1 is equal to 11. So we have our three consecutive numbers as 9, 10 and 11 which they asked to find out. So here we complete our question number 9. Now next we start. Okay, so next we are taking question number 12. The difference of mother's age and her daughter's age is 21 years and the 12th part of the product of their ages is less than the mother's age by 18 years. Find their ages. Okay, the first line is the difference of mother's age and her daughter's age is 21 years. So I take daughter's age is equal to x years and mother's age is equal to 21 plus x years. So when you take the difference 21 plus x minus x, so x get cut and you get 21. Okay, now next line, then the 12th part of the product of their ages is less than the mother's age. Okay, so mother's age is 21 plus x and the product of 12th part means divided by 12 and the product of their ages means x into 21 plus x is less, means the mother's age is more and we can subtract the 12th part of product is 18, so is equal to 18. Now you can see the denominator, if nothing you can write 1 and then take LCM. That LCM we have to multiply with the numerator. 12 21s are 252 plus 12 into x 12x minus 21x minus x square is equal to 18 12s are 216. And by simplification you can take all the terms on the right hand side. So x square plus 9x minus 36 is equal to 0, which is our standard form of quadratic equation. Now taking factors of 36 to get our plus 9, 12 threes are. So x square plus 12x minus 3x minus 36 is equal to 0. From first two terms take x common in the bracket, x plus 12 minus 3 x plus 12 is equal to 0. So I get x minus 3 x plus 12 is equal to 0. X minus 3 is equal to 0 means x is equal to 3, and x is equal to minus 12. Minus 12 we are rejecting. Why? Because here the mother's and daughter's age, and age we do not calculate any day as negative. So always take the positive root. Here x we have taken as daughter's age, so our daughter's age is equal to 3 years. And mother's age is equal to 21 plus 3 is equal to 24 years. Now you can check what the answer you have to find. Find their ages. So here we found daughter's age 3 years and mother's age 24 years. And we completed the question number 12. Okay, now I am taking question number 13. Reena is X years old while her father Mr. Sunil is X square years old. 5 years hence Mr. Sunil will be 3 times as old as Reena. Find their present ages. So here I am not solving the full question. I am just giving you the quadratic equation form. You solve rest. Okay, so let us start. Reena is equal to x years and Mr. Sunil is equal to x square years. Now 5 years hence means 5 years after. The ages of Reena will be x plus 5 and the Mr. Sunil's age will be x square plus 5. So here after 5 years Mr. Sunil will be means left side I write x square plus 5, 3 times as old as Reena means Reena will be x plus 5 years at that time, and 3 times means is equal to 3x plus 5. Now open the bracket, 3x plus 15 on the right side and take all the terms from right side to left side. We get x square minus 3x minus 10 is equal to 0, which is our standard form of quadratic equation. Now students, you can find the factors. As 10's factor will be, you can take 5 twos and then you get minus 3 accordingly as the middle term, and then you find your answer by yourself. Now taking question number 15. The sides of a right angle triangle containing the right angle are 5x and 3x minus 1 centimeter. If the area of the triangle be 60 centimeter square, calculate the lengths of the sides of the triangle. So here we are given right angle triangle and the sides containing right angle are 5x and 3x minus 1, and its area is given 60 centimeter square. So I start with area of right angle triangle is equal to 1 by 2 base into height. Now area is already given 60, so I wrote on the left side 60 is equal to half, base is 5x and height is 3x minus 1. So we are forming our equation using this. Okay, 60 is equal to half 5x into 3x minus 1. So next, that 2 in the denominator we multiply in across with 60. I get 120 is equal to 15x square minus 5x. Multiplication on the right side with 5x and 3x minus 1. Then I take 120 on the right side. It becomes 15x square minus 5x minus 120 is equal to 0. Now check this equation. Is it all in multiple of 5? Yes. So we can take 5 common. In the bracket 3x square minus x minus 24 is equal to 0. Now this 5 will go in the denominator of 0 and it becomes 0. And left side I have 3x square minus x minus 24. Now this is our standard form of quadratic equation. We have to take factors like 24 threes and the factors of 8. We will get see 24 threes is 72, and then factors of 8 to get minus 1. So we get 3x square minus 9x plus 8x minus 24 is equal to 0. From the first two terms, I take 3x common, x minus 3 in the bracket, plus 8 common, x minus 3 in the bracket is equal to 0. So likewise, you can solve your question, and next step we get 3x plus 8, x minus 3 is equal to 0, and then I take both the brackets individually equal to 0. Then I get x is equal to minus 8 by 3 and x is equal to 3. Now students, these are the sides of right angle triangle, so they cannot be negative. So we have to accept our x is equal to 3 as answer and rejecting minus 8 by 3. So you can see now our answer x is equal to 3. So two sides 5x is equal to 5 3s are 15 centimeter and 3x minus 1, that is 3 3s are 9 minus 1 8 centimeters. Now they asked to find lengths of the sides of the triangle, and we all know there are three sides of triangle. These are only two sides, so we have to find the third side also. Students, we all know Pythagoras theorem, which we have studied. Now using Pythagoras theorem, I will find the hypotenuse, because these are the base and height. And now you can find hypotenuse square is equal to 15 square plus 8 square is equal to 225 plus 64 is equal to 289. Now from both the sides take square root, so hypotenuse is equal to 17 centimeters. So we get our three sides 15, 8 and 17 centimeter. These are the three sides of our right angle triangle, and we have completed our question number 15.